po sa conference room. So, doon po siya hinatid ni Miss Evelyn De Leon. And doon pumunta na po si Miss Janet Napoles, yung aking boss. So, instruction of Miss Janet Napoles to prepare, I remember the amount which tinignan ko sa aking records ng financial, the amount is, which is 960,000. So, dinala ko po doon sa conference room. Since hindi ko naman hindi yung personally na nakipag-usap ako kay Sir Deco, kasi it was Miss Evelyn De Leon, I handed the money to Miss Evelyn De Leon doon sa conference room. So, ayun po, yun ang nangyari.
Yun ang nangyari sa pagkakaalala mo. At yun ang rason kung bakit nasulat mo yun sa affidavit mo dito.
Yes, sir. And in my records, based on the voucher, as far as I remember, it is parang ang SOP.
Mr. Cunanan, would you like to comment?
Yes, Your Honor. I suppose the records of Benhur are okay, no? Particular to that aspect. Because as we can see, kung makikita po natin, yun ay mga utos sa kanya, no? At tingin ko, kung sa position ko po una, hindi po ako ang head of agency at that time. Ang napagbibigyan ho ng supposed to be, yung mga commissioner, yung mga head of agency ang binabanggit. Pangalawa, base ho dun sa diskusyonan. Kung tinanggap ko at dinala ko at binitbit ko man yung kung ano man yung sinasabi na halaga, particular dun sa transaksyon na nababanggit, siguro po hindi siya equivalent dun sa binabanggit na kung ano man yung mga natatanggap ng mga heads of agencies. Pangatlo, Your Honor, in the course of my actions, kung may natanggap po ako, hindi siguro ako magbe-verify, magbabalidate ng mga dokumento. Pangalawa, kung may natanggap po ako, siguro ako pa mismo ang magmamadali para maproseso ang mga dokumento. At ang kaduluduluhan po nun, Your Honor, kung ako accomplish dun sa mga issues na nangyayari, bakit kung nung ako na ang naging head of agency, pina-verify ko uli itong mga NGOs na to the extent na inabutan po na na-blacklist ko yung mga yan. At yung pagkaka-blacklist ko sa kanila, Your Honor, hindi naman ho din ginawa lang namin, kundi sinabit pa namin yan sa COA at in-acknowledge ng COA na isang affirmative action na ginawa ng aming ahensya at naging triggering factor din dun sa kanilang special audit. At yun yung isang naging lead dun sa ginawa nila. At mapapatunayan mo siguro ni Benhur na mismong yung kanyang NGO na nire-represent, blacklist po namin yun. Ano man kung sabihin, ito yung tinutukoy nung abogado ko na mismong sa loob ni ata nila ng kanilang organisasyon may mga bukulan na nangyayari. So parang may gamitan ng pangalan, may sitwasyon na gano'n. Pero ako ho, with the blessings of God and my family, in my honor, in my name, ito lang ko yung pwede kong maisulong. Kung meron man ho ako, bakit hindi ko aminin ngayon? Sa sitwasyon po kung nasan ako ngayon, alam po ni Secretary De Lima yun, alam po ng DOJ. Napakadali na pong gawin yan ngayon. Dahil ito na po yung sitwasyon para maabsuelto at lahat. Pero sa konsensya ko po, sa konsensya po ng pamilya ko, mahirap po umamin ng hindi totoo.
So you deny it, Mr. Cunanan?
Opo, Your Honor.
Thank you. Just a few more points, Mr. Chairman. Secretary De Lima, I heard you mention a while ago that you have provisionally accepted Mr. Cunanan to the WPP. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. Just like Ms. Benhur Luy and the other whistleblowers belonging to the first set, and just originally, Mr. Benhur Luy was provisionally accepted, and later.
But now he is part.
He is already a state witness, and he is fully covered by the WPP as affirmed by the Office of the Ombudsman. Now, with respect to Mrs. Ruby Tuason and Mr. Cunanan, we have provisionally covered them under WPP. Provisional because the final say as to whether or not they will be and they can be used by the Ombudsman as state witnesses in the course of trial before the Sandigan Bayan if it is filed, if those cases are filed or ultimately filed with the Sandigan Bayan. That's why it's provisional coverage lang po.
Ma'am, actually, that's what I don't understand. Please help me understand it. There is no such thing as provisional admission under the WPP law. It's either you're admitted or you're not.
Yes, sir. Under the WPP law, there is no provisional coverage.
Yes.
But insofar as the processes, the internal processes as well as the implementation of the WPP law by the DOJ, it is actually normal for us to issue first provisional coverage subject to the execution or issuance of the certificate of materiality by the handling prosecutor. In this case, Your Honor, since it's not the DOJ, which is strictly or technically the prosecutor in these cases, we are in fact investigators also, fact finders, along with the NBI, and the NBI being a complainant before the Ombudsman. And it's the Ombudsman and special prosecutors of the Ombudsman who will ultimately be the prosecutors in these cases when they reach the Sandigan Bayan. So that is also the requirement, subject to the issuance of certificates